My name is Joanne Edgar, and I am Sasheen's auntie. Sasheen has always been the most attentive, loving, caring individual that I've ever known. When she became a mom, it was amplified so much more. She was so attentive and so caring, and she put her heart and soul into everything that she did for her children.
I am the social development coordinator in Kitselis. My name is Marcia Spencer. Sasheen was putting together some little tiny pictures, like real tiny pictures with ribbon on it, and my mother and I went to go and help with that for Smurf. And he was a boyfriend to my niece, Amanda Lowe Bennett. She's my niece, and he had been lost in the river. And so we had gone to the Calum boat launch and hung out there for a bit while they were searching for him.
My name is Amanda Bennett. Sasheen is one of my best friends. We had met through the beginning of my grief after I lost my son's dad in 2012. She had made ribbons for him after he went missing. And from there, we just kind of partied together and traveled together and were sober for a while together. And she's been my constant person throughout the last 11 years since I lost my son's dad.
My name is Lynn Wright. I'm from Kitselis and Kitsikukla. Kitselis is on the outskirts of Terrace, BC. We're northwest BC, and we have 7 reserves. The main one being Gidhouse, where we all live, Old Kitselis, and Culsby. Sasheen's been a big part of the dance group that we have, the Kitsilatu dance group. She has a beautiful voice, and she's very strong and resilient. And as part of our culture, Kitselis culture, when anything happens, everybody comes together. And so that's where Sasheen would come in and provide her support, provide her input, provide her working hands, and also her children. And that's how we teach our children how to be part of our cultural system, is just to be there and to be present.
Sasheen's always been like super friendly, and she sees you. Like, there's some people that kind of just like talk at you, but she actually like sees you, talks with you, and makes you feel like you're part of her family.
I moved to Calgary with her when baby was very little still. And then baby boy was he got sick. And then he deteriorated and he got worse. And after he passed away, it was so unreal for everybody. I mean, it was like 1 minute he was here and happy, and the next minute I could barely pick him up without him screaming in pain. She held him while he took his last breath. And then after that, it was like a cloud came over her. She wasn't smiling anymore. Sasheen found the strength to come back from her grief and everything because of her determination to survive. When Sasheen started roller derby, that was when I actually saw that little spark of light come back into her eyes.
I am Skimo, and I coach roller derby. In the short form, roller derby is 2 teams skating on roller skates on an oval track. There are 5 members from the team on the track. at a time, 5 members from the opposing team. Each team has 4 blockers and 1 jammer. The jammer is designated by wearing a star on their helmet, and the jammer must pass through all members of both teams in order to complete an initial pass. After the initial pass, every time they lap an opposing player, they'll get 1 point per player they lap, up to 4 points per pass. The team with the most points at the end of the game will win. At the end of each jam, there are 2 minutes, the lead jammer, person who got out of the pack initially first, may call off the jam whenever they wish, or it can run for 2 minutes.
My derby name is Misfortunate. My real life name is Janelle, and I'm a jammer for the North Coast Nightmares. I looked up to Bashful as a skater. She helped teach me how to skate. I remember, like, we were jamming buddies. We'd sit on the bench together all the time. We would chat about what was going well, what wasn't going well with this team, how can we do better for each other, and giving each other tips. And yeah, it went really well, and it was nice to have that camaraderie. We always, on our team, we always had the same jammer rotation, so we were always right beside each other, having those moments on the bench. And I really valued that time, building those connections and those friendships and that camaraderie.
Annalie was Sashin's mother. She's beautiful. She's always friendly and kind. And whenever we'd see her, my husband and I would see her at family functions, she was always hugging and talking to everybody. She, just like Sashin, she always made everybody feel seen and included. I remember when Sashin found out that her mom got sick. She was traveling with Team Indigenous, and it was like devastating because she had found out that the cancer was pretty progressed. It was pretty like a shock. Sashin did all the appointments, set up Annalie in her home, in her own bedroom, got her all the supplies she needed, the comfortable bed, the TV, fridge, just everything she needed to be comfortable. And I know, being there for the journey, we had hope that maybe all of the cancer treatments would help and prolong it, but it was too late.
And everything just kind of declined after that, and addictions kind of took over again for a while, and it was very hard to see.
Hello, and I love you too. Thank you for everything. I love you.
I had lost my daughter, like I said, in July, and finally everything was all done, the memorial, and it was the next day, and I did a live feed on Facebook, and wasn't sure how everything was going to come out. And I had talked about how I now have grandchildren who have no parents at all, and they lost their lives to addictions. And I basically was on there and pleading with parents who were lost in addiction, alcoholism, to parties, whatever it was, to please think about your kids. And so I was really reaching out and pleading with young parents who were dealing with this kind of, get help, reach out. And I was done, left in tears, and I was done. And then Sashin had sent me a message. Just about a year prior, I had lost my sister as well. And honestly, I had bought a few seats at social development. I was able to get some seats in with transformations. Unfortunately, my sister was already gone before she could use up a seat. And I had talked to my boss about, you know what, we have this seat. There isn't really extras that we need to pay. Sashin is right in the neighborhood. She's in Prince George. It's happening at Nest Lake. can I just give her that seat? And I felt so proud that the video that I had done had even just reached out to Sasheen. I was just hoping for somebody, and for somebody that I knew that I was able to give my sister a seat to meant so much. And to know that Sasheen was going to give it her all, and that she had told me that she had prayed it was going to be. I remember I was sitting on my mom's front step. My sister lives there now, and she said she just prayed, and she saw my live feed and wondered about how to start on this path. She was ready, and so I was able to let her have the seat with Transformations, and now seeing that, she is becoming so strong and such a great role model, I swear, with the TikToks and seeing the real raw hurt and grief and loss, and being able to overcome it and become her own wonderful, strong, resilient woman again.
Sasheen has shown through and inspired us to stay strong and stay the road and stay the goal, and not showing others that we can do it. When you stand and you heal and you keep going, and then you just go and you just keep going. And Sasheen knows that.
When she had moved to Prince George, she had met her partner she's with now, and she went to Transformations. And I watched her turn her life around and haven't seen her happier.
And now seeing her and her relationship is amazing, like so much happiness.
I'm proud of her. I'm so proud of her, and I tell her as often as I can, She's an inspiration to so many people. And she reminds me so much of her mom. Absolutely love her.
Bashful, when she chose her name, the name really suited her. She was a shy person, a bashful person. It fits with roller derby quite well, though, because roller derby, we like to have names that are flamboyant and about the contact nature of the sport. So she's there as well. And she's been growing into that name over the years. When I met her, she was quite quiet and timid and gentle on the track. And we trained over the years. She got stronger physically and mentally over the time. And she started putting a lot more effort into what was going on. And it was very exciting to see her grow as a person and as a player, and put a lot more force into the contact she's bringing on the track. And now she travels around doing roller derby, making videos about it. And that's super exciting. Bashful joined Team Indigenous, and that was very exciting. All of us on the team with her at the time were stoked, and we cheered for her. We woke up at 4 in the morning to watch her play games when she went to World Cup with the team, and that was so exciting.
Team Indigenous, I think, was part of Sasheen's healing journey, as well as she found her passion. What Team Indigenous represents in regards to missing, murdered Indigenous women and girls, bringing awareness, knowing that you have to work for it, and that you have to be selected to be part of Team Indigenous. And the fact that she was selected as part of Team Indigenous, which is from girls around the world. And she did it. And to be inspired to be a representative of BC as well as Canada, I think that really shown strong resilience to Sasheen and her children, as well as her family.